Black Liberation. This is your brother from another mother coming to you live and direct from somewhere in the devil civilization. Plain and simple, it's a lot going on, ladies and gentlemen. You know, brothers and sisters, brothers and others. I'm not really an orator, but I want to touch on a couple of things real quick because, you know, I'm really seeing, you know, the handwriting on the wall. And the thing that bothers me is that it seems like other people really don't care about what's happening. Now, I happen to be an African American male living in the United States. And that said, I come from an ancestry of individuals who, you know, fought, bled, died, you know, was humiliated. You know, a lot of things happen, you know, to, you know, people of my ancestry, you know, that affected America, but not only did it affect America, but America greatly benefited. Well, there were individuals that greatly benefited from what happened to my ancestors. Not only that, but then it affected the entire world, both positively and negatively. Nonetheless, I mean, you know, America became one of the, you know, I guess you could say greatest nations on the planet. Now, the problem that I have is that, okay, now that America has been through what it's been through, now it seems like they just, you know, shutting this shit down. Like, you know, okay, well, you know, we did all we could do. We made the money that we could make. Now, fuck it. Let it just, you know, deteriorate and corrode, you know, on a, you know, every elemental level you could imagine, socially, politically, economically, spiritually, you know, just any type of aspect or element of a society. You know, the economy's crazy, has been crazy since, you know, we've, you know, pretty much been here, but I mean, it's really ridiculous now. Morally, I mean, it's just, you know, the homosex I keep, you know, seeing and hearing about, and then you have, you know, I mean, so many homeless people, it's ridiculous, people losing their jobs left and right. A lot of that really is nothing that anybody as an individual can do about, but there's a lot of it, you know, things that can be done about it collectively. Now, like I said, I'm an African American and I see things, you know, a little bit different from my vantage point or point of view. But the problem that I have with, and this is directed towards the Caucasoidal people, the white race, the Caucasian race. Now, a lot of people throughout the globe, you know, they ask around, you know, I've even had people ask me, oh, you know, do you think the white people collectively are the devil? Now, I can't say that I think that they're actually the devil, but I think they holding shit down until that actual devil gets here. I mean, I'm going to just keep it all the way 100. It's like, you know, there's an aspects of them, you know, collectively that, you know, is a portion of them that's actually, you know, pretty decent people. They, you know, come into existence. They just want to maintain, you know, do they thing, keep it moving. Then there's certain aspects of them that feed into, you know, white world terror domination. Oh, they're better than everybody. You know, they, you know, are the best thing since sliced bread. And, you know, at the end of the day, they feel as though, you know, hands down, you know, they the only ones that deserve to inhale and exhale on the planet. And, you know, everybody else should just step aside, work for them, submit to them, whatever. Then you have aspects of them that, you know what time it is, but, you know, neither here nor there. It's not really for me as an African American to try to distinguish one from the other. I just know that from my personal experience, you know, and, you know, the amount of years that I've been on this planet, I haven't collectively seen a lot of progress that was beneficial for humanity coming from that race of people. But what's interesting is, being that I'm an African American, living in America, I just find it hard to believe that they would sit back and allow the nation to just go to shit like it is. Now, we have a so-called African/American president, you know, Barack Obama. You know, he's, you know, half black, half white. He should have been, you know, able to galvanize peace between the two races. Ill with the foreign policy. Why? Because he lived overseas in, you know, Indonesia and, you know, different places, Hawaii. So, you know, he should have been on point with that. Wow, you know, he should have an understanding of the inner city. Hell, he lived in Chicago. He was supposed to be a community organizer, community activist. I read, his books, and I thought they were pretty interesting, but I don't see it being reflected in the person that's up in there now. Now, I'm going to be straight up and down honest. I don't really give a fuck about, Barack Obama or whoever's president, because I do understand that they're selected and not elected. That's neither here nor there, but the problem is that the people are the ones who have the ability to exact change. The people are the ones who can actually influence, politicians or the government to fall back and, kind of, alter things where, we have an opportunity to make things a little bit better. Now, like I said, again, and I keep being a little redundant, but being an African American, we, especially people like myself, have always been on the very bottom of the social ladder of this nation. And what's sad about the black community, and this is what I'm directing this towards, is that a lot of brothers and sisters in the black community have become so retarded, so complacent, so self-hating that, even the little bit of crumbs that's left, I understand that the first law of nature is self-preservation, but goddamn, it's to the point where, you look at, where's the self-preservation or manifestation of the Asian and the Indian and the Arab, all these foreigners that come into the United States and do the damn thing, and they don't have to, shit on each other or kill each other or fuck over each other to get ahead. Me personally, I'm the last of a dying breed, because I'd rather fucking bite concrete and eat grass and shit in the woods before I fuck over another African or African American just to survive in a fucking fucked up system. That's just me. But it's a lot of, fucked up things that I'm seeing out here, and I'm not really feeling, but, I understand, bitch assness is, at an all-time high, and, it's a lot of things that's going on that, are going to have to be dealt with in the coming years, because, like I said, going back to what I was saying earlier, the whole inspiration for me to even get on this camera was, New Year's Eve 2012. There's been some legislation that says people who are, dissatisfied and speak about it, can be snatched up without due process, and for an indefinite amount of time. And I think that's kind of fucked up, but it kind of shows that, there's some things that's going on. This nation is going through a tremendous change that needs to be acknowledged. And those of us who are parents, now, I see a lot of bitch assness with regards to,